find the max or min value and the domain and range for the following here. Okay, so we see a nice little U shape, so this is a parabola. It is given by a quadratic equation. Now this parabola opens up, right? So we know that we're going to have a minimum value in this case, right? The minimum always occurs at the vertex. We notice that there's no maximum here. Okay, remember these arrows are pointing upwards, right? So remember, infinity does not count as a max or min value, right? In this case, the maximum. So there is no max, right? So in this case, we can say that the minimum value is going to be the y value here. The y value is 2. So 2 is the minimum, and it occurs at x equals -1. Okay. All right, so what is the domain here? The domain represents all x values that are represented on the graph. Now, once again, these arrows are pointing up, but we can see that, wait a minute, it's actually slowly creeping to the left as well, right? And in both directions. Okay, so it turns out that for any quadratic equation, or for any polynomial for that matter, the domain is always going to be -infinity to infinity, right? No matter what x value we pick, right? We can always calculate the y value and plot it on the graph, right? That's what that means. So every x value is possible to be plugged in or plotted. Okay? Now, what is the range, though, right? The range here represents all y values represented on the graph, and we see that, well, this graph does not extend anywhere down here, right? Okay, which means that the range is going to start at 2, right? So we can just go bottom to top. Okay, there's no part of the graph down here, but the smallest y value is actually this guy. It's the minimum value, right? So the range is going to start at 2. Now we put that in brackets because we do include 2 in the range. And what happens? Right, as we keep going up, right? Well, these arrows keep going up and up and up. So the range is going to be from 2 to infinity. Remember, infinity always, infinity or negative infinity, right, always uses parentheses.